Marcus Smart. See, getting into it with one of the assistant coaches. Smart not happy, and he throws the towel down.
Dynamic here at a pivot point in this series, and the veterans had to get in there. And you mentioned heated words. There's frustration. Here's what was happening at this timeout. Those two guys were talking about whatever shot selection, whatever it might be. Dwayne was pretty hot, and the veterans got in there, and then had the conversation continue with Wade.
Butler gets it against it, and a foul. Butler may have gotten away with a travel, but he got the pass off. Continuation there. Thomas is the guy that always gets yelled at by the big three. Now, watch Joakim Noah come into the picture. He's still going at it. Noah's watching him, and he now starts to enjoy it. Something. Durant, three-pointer, short, rebound. Troy Daniels with 20.6 seconds remaining, and Fizdale calls timeout. Memphis with a chance to tie or win it. The Warriors have shot 52%. They're even rebounding against the Grizz. They've not had a three-point shooting night, and Memphis has thoroughly outplayed them in the fourth quarter. And so now it's up to the defense.
Well, will they go for a tie?
Millsap working against Thompson, drives him, and missed the shot, and they commit the foul. Playoff type game as we go back to Sage Steele in the studio.
Spring when the Cavs swept it. Tristan Thompson, and partly in Millsap's defense, he had a sore shoulder when he shot 40%.
That was beautiful.
Dragic 5 of 5 in the quarter. Now has 22 points, and Minnesota needs to talk it over. And Marcus Morris. Well, Marcus Morris very unhappy after getting that technical foul and expressing his frustration with his head coach as well. And really having a hard time calming down. Him and Jeff Hornacek getting into it. And finally broken away from each other, but...
And then he goes at it again with the coach. And, you know, I've had run-ins with coaches before, but he saw that in-house in the locker room. Not the right way to go about it.
And then he's frustrated over some defense. James really got his face. But then a short time after this argument, Rio, that's what they call Mario Thomas. I was wrong, my bad.
That's great leadership. I tell you, when we talked about LeBron being a great teammate, I mean, obviously this guy is the king. And for him to look at that in that situation and say, I was wrong, speaks volumes to his teammates and his coaches.
Clippers did not score in the final 5:15. The Warriors scored the last 11 points. They didn't take a shot at the end of regulation, which is a little frustrating.
Well, Draymond was trying to get it to somebody, and he got a little tangled up there. A lot of defenders. Yeah, they were down 8 with 3:32 to go. They were down 5 with 2:51 to go. And Klay Thompson came through in the clutch here.
So now you've done this work, and then defensively, did the 11-0, and now can you go grab this win?
Nash tied up. Ball deflected into the hands of James. James goes past Bryant, draws the foul, and one.
And Nash and Howard getting into it about. Nash was telling him to move. Howard said he's wide open. The smaller guard was trapped. Howard wanted it thrown up. But this is the garbage you can't have. You know, you can get into it.
In the makeshift lineup with all the players out, as Randall was looking to kick it into the corner, but before he could do that, it's a foul, so the ball will go out of bounds.
Glad he was fouled because that pass he threw to Brooks.
Hit him in the shin. I was going to say, not quite where you want to target it. This happened right after the Lakers went to the bench. Lopez, the peacemaker.
In the two. George back the other way. Got it. As they continue their incredible mano a mano. Mr. Double Overtime. Kevin Love to the rescue. Yes, indeed. How huge has he been in this second extra 5 minutes? As he's got 8 points. 26 and a half left. What a 2-possession game. But great to see Kevin Love, who was patient all night. Had only taken 8 shots.
Here's Paul. Paul gets it off, banks it up and out, halfway
Jordan
down.
had time to stop.
Jordan had time to put it back up. The clock stopped.
And the correct call is made. The game is over. You can't make that mistake. I mean, you cannot make that mistake.
Still play it anyway, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
And Chris Paul is saying, shoot. That is a possessed look from Chris Paul.
Also makes it happen, though, and Amir Johnson, one of those guys, he brings you the intangibles.
Rick Carlisle not happy.
This is a good time out here because he's, you know, it's embarrassing as a coach. You just had 15 minutes at halftime. Your team's getting beat at home, having a heated exchange. I mean, he is just telling them, sit your, you know what, down.
Yeah, he just told them to sit down.
And they went at it. I mean, they were screaming at each other in the huddle.
Hill misses. Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked. And we'll go to overtime. You get the feeling J.R. Smith. Great job from Smith to get the rebound, but dribble it away. And Hill could not get off a quality shot.